everyone, welcome to day 11 of our 28-day yoga challenge. I'm Heather, I'm the Bed Yogi. I'm so glad you're here with me today. We're going to get started right away in downward facing dog. Come on to your downward facing dog. And just take a couple of good deep breaths. Let yourself lengthen out from the tips of your fingers all the way up and through your tailbone and then all the way down the backs of your legs. And your heels don't have to touch the ground, but you can let them soften here. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And we're not going to be here for very long. We're going to take today to restore. And you can feel if hearing that makes a difference to you, if that changes anything about how you feel about today's practice. Take another big inhale, then a long exhale. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, make your way up to your hands. Set your feet and come on up to stand. Let your shoulders roll back, reach your hands high, lift your heart, look up. Draw your hands to your heart. You can set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. And together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhaling, sweep your hands up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Find your halfway, lift your flat back. Bring your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up, your high plank, and pause here. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring your knees down to your mat. Come on into your tabletop. You might adjust your hands a little bit so that your hands are under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Take your right arm out to the right. You can bring it parallel to the ground. You might find you can bring your right arm up towards the sky just a bit. You can even take a peek at your right hand. Take a big inhale. Now we'll thread the needle. Slide your right arm under your left, so your right hand goes towards the left side here. You can come down onto your right shoulder, the right side of your face, and if your head doesn't come onto your mat, you can always put a prop, like a block or a towel or even a book to bring the ground up to you. A couple of breaths here. You can keep your left hand where it is, or if you want to extend your left arm forward, that might give you more the sense of lengthening. You can feel what you need. So this is more of a restorative practice. We still have the flow of our breath. Take a big inhale and a long exhale. Take a breath in and a breath out. Take another big inhale and a big exhale. And then come on back to your tabletop, your hands and knees. Pause here. Feel your foundation. Take your left arm out to the left. Again, it can be parallel to the ground. Connect into your right hand and a little lift out of your right shoulder. And if you want to explore taking the left arm up and taking your gaze up, take a big breath in and thread the needle on this side. Let your left hand come over to the right, come onto your left shoulder, the left side of your face. You can make little adjustments, big adjustments. Your hips might be high, or your hips might be down towards your heels. Again, you might put a prop under your head for a little bit of lift. Feel that. You can take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And if you want to adjust where you have your right hand, you can. So not as much physical flow in this practice, but still breath. And you might notice, did your attitude about the practice, the class today, change when you heard it was going to be more restorative? Were you anticipating a flow? Were you dreading a flow? Feeling the flow of your breath, and then feeling that in this flow you are right here, right now. And you can enjoy yourself right here, right now. Take a deep breath in And a long breath out. And come on back to your tabletop, your hands and knees. Move through a couple of cat-cows. On your inhale, lift your gaze and your tailbone, let your belly drop. And as you exhale, round your spine. Tuck your chin into your chest, lift out your shoulders. Inhaling, letting your belly drop, your chest comes forward. You can take your gaze up. And as you exhale, round your spine. Once more, big breath in. Belly drops, lift your heart. Big exhale, round your spine. Here, walk your knees wide. Let your hips sink back towards your heels. And come on into your child's pose. Let your forehead rest on your mat. Feel your hands on your mat, the tops of your feet on your mat. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Simply feeling the movement of your breath. And as you follow your breath, then you can be in this moment. You can come out of a place of anticipation or expectation. You can come into a place where you're enjoying yourself. And you're restoring your physical body, but also your heart, your mind, your energetic being. And that can happen in any kind of a practice. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Come on back up to your tabletop. And then back to your downward facing dog just for a moment. Here, walk your hands back towards your feet. You might bend your knees a lot to walk your hands back. And with your feet about hips width distance, rest your torso on your thighs. Bend your knees, rest your torso on your thighs. Interlace your fingers at your low back. You can add a towel or a strap between your hands. That'll give you a little more room. Let your knuckles press back. As your knuckles press back, let your chest lift up. So almost a little bit of a back bend. Take a big inhale, and with your fingers interlaced, as you exhale, start to fold forward. So again, you might have a towel or a strap between your hands. If your fingers are interlaced, your palms might touch, or you might have space between your palms. You can have a big bend in your knees. You can explore taking the bend out of your knees. You can explore straightening your legs, lengthening your legs, but really without pushing or forcing. Feel the movement of your breath. Feel this really nice opportunity to rinse your shoulders. Feel if you can let your head hang down. Soften your toes, your jaw. Feel if as you breathe, you can enjoy this breath. Take a big inhale. Then a big exhale. Once more, a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Release your hands. You can keep your feet apart, or you can walk them closer together with soft knees. Come on up to stand. Reach your hands high. Lift your heart up, look up. You can go back. Come to center with your palms lightly pressing together. Lean to your right. And as you lean to your right, let your left shoulder roll back so you stay open through the front of your body. Soften your toes. Feel an even press through your feet. You might bring a little more attention to your left foot as you lean to the right. Inhale, come to center. And as you exhale, lean to your left. Feel the space as it becomes available in your right side body. Notice resistance if you encounter any. Take your time with your breath. Inhale, come back to center. Reach up, you can look up. Fold forward, exhale. Find your halfway lift, inhale. And then walk yourself back out to your high push-up, your high plank. Bring your knees down for your tabletop. Sit back over your heels and lie down on your back. And once you come onto your back, draw your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Keep your right knee in, extend your left leg straight out. And take your right knee over to your left for your twist. You can take your right arm out to the right. Your left hand can be on your right knee. Your gaze can go to the right. any practice can be restorative. It's allowing yourself to soften anyway, anytime that you can. Part of that is softening the anticipation and the expectation. Come on back through center. And twist to the other side. Right leg extends out. Left knee comes over to the right. Left arm can come out to the left. Softening anticipation, expectation by really feeling this breath. A big inhale and a big exhale. A deep breath in. Then a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Come on back to center. Give both knees a squeeze. And then set yourself up for Shavasana. You can take your legs straight out. If you happen to be near a wall, slide up against the wall and take your legs up against the wall. Might have to wiggle yourself close so your hips and your feet can rest comfortably against the wall, so you are not putting an effort to hold your legs up. You can take your arms and hands alongside you with your palms up. If legs up isn't comfortable, just come into a traditional Shavasana. This is a nice, really nice variation for Shavasana. We spend a lot of time standing on our feet or with our feet down, sitting in chairs. This is just an opportunity to add in some balance. Take a really big breath in and empty out. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Drawing your hands to your heart, you can set your gaze. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. Together, let's take a deep breath in. Then a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. I hope that it felt restorative for you. You might have noticed that Shavasana was a little longer than we have been doing. And you can notice if you felt different because it was longer, if you got a little fidgety or twitchy. Hopefully it's not just this particular practice that feels restorative for you. Hopefully it is everything that we're doing, right? All the practices so far, and then the practices that we have coming up. Hopefully all of these practices, a daily practice, helps you to restore your energy, restore your balance, and just feel better. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi. Thanks for joining me today. I'd love to hear how you're doing with this challenge. Please leave a comment below. And I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you tomorrow.